Hey, 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 everybody. What I want to talk about is a lot of times people misconstrue or, don't understand certain things that I talk about and where I'm coming from with certain things. And one of those things that was brought to my attention was, are you saying that people should not leave relationships or, not leave bad relationships and things like that? And my answer to that is, ultimately, no. Okay. The thing is, when you're in a bad relationship, that is not a reason to leave the relationship. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not a good idea to leave the relationship until you understand your role in the relationship, how you ended up in the relationship, and what your contribution to those problems were. If you don't really understand these things and you just say, I'm unhappy here, so I'm going to leave, you are not solving the problem. Divorce does not solve problems. Ending relationships does not solve the problem, because the reason that you were in a bad relationship has something to do with you. Okay, there's nothing in your life that's going on that has absolutely nothing to do with you. Whether you were in a place where you were codependent and you got in a bad relationship because you got to think about things like when you start a relationship, a one-sided relationship where you were pouring everything into this person, or you were trying to make this a relationship and maybe the person didn't really want the relationship and you manipulated them into a relationship, or you convinced them to get into a relationship. And then later on, when this person doesn't value you, or they just drop you, or they do something else, and then you're like, or they're not valuing you, you're not really important to them, and then you're like, well, why am I not important to this person? This is a bad relationship, I want to leave. You're not dealing with the fact that you're in a relationship with someone who doesn't value you and that you're not important to, because this was a person that from the beginning wasn't really interested, and you convinced them, and now you're in a relationship with a person who truly didn't, in their heart of hearts, want to be in a relationship with you to begin with. That was the reason you had to put in so much work and convince them and basically manipulate them and prove yourself to them in order to get into the relationship. So if you don't deal with that, when you leave this person, you'll do the same thing and you'll end up in another relationship that is the same way. Or whether you're getting in relationships at bad times in your life, like you're lonely, this is a really rough time for you, and then you're getting in relationships at that time, you haven't dealt with your childhood issues or things like that. So the reason I say that it's not good to leave a relationship just because it's bad is because until you figure all these things out, you're not solving the problem. Okay, you'll just repeat the cycle. You'll just end up in another relationship that gives you the same experience. So you have to look at these things. Or a lot of times there's bad relationships where people start relationships, get in relationships that were third party situations. And then you wonder later on why there's no trust, or why this person is cheating on you, and why they're doing the same thing to you that they did to, the person that they were cheating on you with. But you thought that your love was so special, and they were cheating with you because you were special, and not dealing with the fact that you have to look at why you yourself are willing to engage in relationships with people who are cheating on the person they're with. And this is the thing: if you are going to deal with people who are willing to cheat on the people that they're with, you have to also be a person that you can't mind when they cheat on you. You should be for cheating, just like you were for it when someone was doing it to someone else for you. The same rules should apply to you. It's no different. When they got with that person, they thought they loved them too, and they fell in love and they thought this was something special. It's nothing different. There's nothing special about it. It's the same situation again. So if you're going to deal with them while they're cheating, then you have to be a person who accepts cheating. See, you cannot think the rules don't apply to you. That you can do things to other people that you don't want done to you. And it's not okay if it happens to you. Okay, so whenever you're dealing, you have to look at things like that. So if you're getting in relationships based on that, and then you wonder why you're constantly in relationships where you're getting cheated on, you never look at the fact that you're always starting your relationships cheating with someone. Okay, and the trust issues and all of the things that come up with that within the relationship. So what I'm saying is, being willing to look at your relationship patterns yourself, why you do the things you do. If your self-esteem is low and that's why you ended up in this bad relationship, you want to deal with that first. Because if you get in another relationship while your self-esteem is low, you're going to have problems again. Okay? So what happens is, a bad relationship, if you fix yourself, this relationship could be bad. But if you fix yourself, the reasons you got in that relationship, all of the things that you need to change about yourself to be healthy and whole, sometimes that relationship will improve. Okay? So you want to deal with that first, at least break the cycle, so that when you leave the relationship, it is not because you're escaping the problem, and that's what you're thinking when you leave the relationship. This is why some people have 3, 4, 5 marriages. Okay? You do not escape the problem by getting divorced. Deal with the problem. Deal with yourself while you're there. And then you will have a clear, healthy, whole perspective when it comes time to make the decision of whether you're going to continue the relationship or not. Okay? So yes, I'm not one that is big on, when someone comes to me with a bad relationship, unless it's physically abusive. Physical abuse is something that, you should immediately get away from. Just for your life, those types of situations can really go bad. But other than that, I tend to say, deal with why you're there. Deal with the real problem, which is not just this relationship. Okay? So that's something to think about, guys. Also, I want to let you guys know that I have a new promotion going. This is an amazing promotion here. You can get a $100 gift certificate that you can use for any of my services. And you can use it for the boot camps. You can use it, for soul healing session. But what you have to do, and it's going to be in the description box below, but you have to go to the Facebook page, like the Facebook page, and send in a video review. Okay? It can be 30 seconds. It can be a minute. It can't be more than 2 minutes. But send in a video review via Facebook. And if we use your video, you get the gift certificate. We're going to go through the videos that we receive. The ones that will be used will get posted on YouTube, so you'll see if yours got used and that you get the gift certificate. Okay, so that promo is running through May 30th, so you'd have to send your video in by May 30th. As soon as we select your video, we know okay, we're going to use this one, because we may not use them all. But the ones we use, I will post a video on YouTube so you guys can see all the videos that got used, in case, if any reason you got missed or something with your gift certificate, you can see and you can contact us and let us know. Okay. So that's that, guys. I hope you guys will do that, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.